Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I'm here to do a daily love message um, for Wednesday, April, Wednesday, June 11th. So let's get started. Let's see, we're using the Gateway Oracle deck, and I'm going to use I believe this is called the Love Magic Tarot deck, something like that. We're going to get some messages from you and your person from that deck. So let's see what the general messages are. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides for this love read. What do you need to know for Wednesday? Whoopsie. What do you need to know for Wednesday? What do you need to know for Wednesday? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have letting go. And this is, this is definitely with the full moon today. Yeah, I believe it's today. I surrender joyously to the ebb and flow of life. And, the salmon, I think they only jump upstream like one time a year, and it's in the spring, and it's like when they're spawning. And so, this is spring's over. The time is now to surrender and go with the flow and allow spirit to work with you on what your wishes are, what your dreams are. Okay. So surrender any worries and go joyously. Think of those little trout or salmon or whatever, and how they float as effortlessly along with the ebb and flow of a river. They go with the speed of the river. So some days it's slow, some days it's fast. They just surrender and go with it. So that's the overall message. And I'm not surprised because we have a full moon, which is about letting go and which is about releasing um, anything that no longer serves. And then we have healing the past. I step into the future with strength and clarity. Yeah, this card, whenever I see it, it's that, the seeds that you've been planting are um, starting to, I forget what this is called, a seedling. It's starting to, it's shot above the ground, and it's starting to, it's going to start opening up, and things are going to start budding for you. But in order for that to happen, it's that surrender of the letting go of the overall energy, slow surrendering, accepting things as they are. And this is for you and your person. And then, this little seedling is going to start opening up into a blossom. And we have from now until the 21st of June, which is the 21st is the first day of summer. So I guess we are still in spring. Whoops. We are still in spring. But I don't know, it feels like summer to me. But anyway, so, but we want to go with the ebb and the flow of the river, the ebb and the flow with the divine, so they can help us on our journey, where they can co create with us. And this is the second card. This is about we're going to be healing the past by letting go of anything, surrendering anything that no longer serves. And then we have believing in magic. True magic is abounding in my life. And you can say, I am grateful and happy for the abundance of miracles and magic in my life. And the more that you recognize the miracles and magic, um, the more that happen to you. And I have a funny story. I have a funny story to tell you about that. So a couple days ago, it was on the weekend. I saw a baseball game going on, and I thought, we're being encouraged to be curious and to just go with the flow and just to be curious and everything. So I stopped. it was, I was going by the park and I stopped and I thought, I'm going to walk in and see what this is all about. And I was just, being curious, like the mind of a child. And I walked in and there were a group of people sitting in their own chairs. And I said, oh, who is this playing? And I started talking to them. They started talking and, we were chuckling. And I said, oh, I used to play many years ago. And one of the guys said, yeah, didn't we all? And I just chuckled about it. And it was actually two kids games, two kids teams. It was a summer league and they were playing, and just it was a blowout, but it was just kind of fun to just be curious, and to see what was going on and talk to the people. And so I walked away and I got in my car and I went to a neighboring town and I stopped at this grocery store. I get out of the car and I walk around my car, and there sitting in the parking lot is a baseball. I couldn't believe it. It was like, oh my God. And it was like honest to God, it was like they hit the ball, Spirit hit the ball from that park all the way into that parking lot. And that was like 16-mile difference. I mean, I was just like blown away. So I picked the ball up because there was nobody else around. It was just me and the parking lot, no other cars. I picked the ball up and I put it in my car. And well, today I gave it to someone um, that I know enjoys baseball, and they were just so happy to have it. So, believe in the magic is my point, and that's you and your person with this love, the power of your love. You can manifest things like that, things happening like that. So believe in the magic in your connection, because I know somehow that was tied to my twin flame connection as well. I got a message with it. I'm not going to share that right now, but someday when I have my membership, I will. but um, but yeah. So believe in the magic, and then mending bridges. I heal rifts, and I am a mender. So this, here's that bridge, and here's the two of you, and there's going to be a bridge built between the two of you to come back together, in divine timing, and I feel like the divine feminine is a bridge her in herself, to the other side, and from this earth plane. And there's going to be a bridge built between the two of you to bring you back together. Um, and it may be in a shocking, surprising way, but it's going to be there. So just have faith and believe in the miracles and magic, this love. Think of um, God, the creator, the universe. It's unlimited, it goes on and on and on. And this is eternal. Um, it has gone on for lifetimes, and all things are possible. Anything is possible with this connection. So, really beautiful. So, hold the faith. Okay, so let's see what your person wants to say to you. What does your person want to say to you? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, what do they want to say? Oh my gosh, yep. I told you the story about the baseball. That has to do with playfulness and our divine masculines wanting us to play. And this says, make time to play. They want you to be in a joyous frame of mind, because that helps manifest the connection faster. Have fun and be free. So they want you to find playfulness, they want you to have fun, they want you to be free. And in doing this, it helps the connection come in faster, because your emotions are high vibrational then, because you're raising your vibration by being in this lighthearted energy. So that story just popped into my mind to tell you. Now I know why. So All right, what do you want to say to your person? Wow, that came out fast. Oh, you want to say, stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. So you want to tell them, trust and believe in yourself, and you can help them out by saying this in the mirror, I am strong, I am all knowing, I am very intuitive, and I listen to my intuition. You can help by saying those in the mirror, and that's going to go to them as well. So I hope this helps. I loved doing this for you. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me at tch4tomorrow@gmail.com. I love you all so much. Namaste.